Okay, this is my greenhouse. I took the cover off when it was like that 2 days after Brad died because I knew I'd never come back down here to take care of what was in here. And I had a lot that died, but a lot survived on their own. I didn't come down here at all. I didn't water, I didn't do anything. But I got a few rows of Sharon that made it. And all of these are hardy hibiscus. And I started them by seed, and they came up last year in these little pots, and then it got too hot and it got too dry. I never got them in the ground. Then Brad died. But they all come back. So they really are hardy because they made it in these little bitty pots all winter without me doing anything. I'm back to watering them. And then the hostas, I thought they were absolutely, because the coons came down here and knocked them off. Most of them were just laying on the side, and I picked them up, cleaned up down here. It looked like a disaster area. But I'm gonna probably do some more seed. I don't think I'm gonna do much in my flower beds this year because I just really don't have it in me. But maybe next year, I don't know, but I am gonna get those in the ground pretty soon. And I would love to burn. I have a trailer full of stuff to burn. Today's a burn day, and every burn day we have this kind of wind. Already we've had gusts 20-25 mile an hour. I cannot burn with wind like that. I would not be a responsible neighbor because one reason, I've got all that dead back there. I just need one little spark from that fire there to blow over there to that pile, and it's on. So it's supposed to rain Saturday. That's a burn day, and I will be out here burning. Okay, love you, bye. This is one of the reasons I wanted to make a video of Lucy when she was younger. Well, right up until a couple of years ago. This dog made every step I did, and no matter what I was doing, she would lay down with me. And she's quick coming, and it's heartbreaking. But when she does make it down here, she thinks she's doing a job, and she is. But she's also breaking my heart. Sit down, Lucy. You'll be all right, baby. There you go. Oh, when this dog dies, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Well, I've started the process of this side of the fence. And I know it doesn't look bad, but it's going. Okay, love you, bye. I sit more than I work, but I'm getting there. I'm trying to clear to the creek, and I've gotten from there to my weed eater, which is not very far, like maybe 50 feet. But if I can do 50 feet a day, I doubt it, but if I can, I could be done with this in maybe a week. Maybe. But what slows me down more than anything is when I come out here, I start thinking about how hard Brad worked to put this fence up. And he was so hard-headed, he wouldn't ask or let anybody help. David volunteered. Every time he talked to Brad never let anybody ever do anything for him. he barely would let me. And then he'd get mad at me because I couldn't read his mind. And he would forget to tell me, and he would say, yeah, I got this. So, but he did. He worked really hard down here, and I remember he was sitting about right here. I was down here with him. You may not have seen me, but I was down here. But I remember him saying if he had to crawl down here, he was gonna finish this fence. And he did. He didn't have to crawl, but he did get it finished. And I really miss him. My goal is to get all the stuff cut and stuff picked up. So eventually I might be able to get a push mower out here, but I doubt it, because it's like that. I've got concrete and brick and stobs, and every time I see that black thing right there in the ground, I jump. I just jumped because I thought it was a snake. But there's concrete everywhere, so I don't even have a push mower, so I'll have to weed eat. But since I'm doing videos of memories, the day that, here comes that train. If we ever have a real life purge day, I am so going to look for that guy. Oh boy. I'm kidding. I would never do anything like that. I've thought about it, but I wouldn't. But the day that Brad died, that morning before we left to go to town, we walked down here. We walked down this hill and we walked to this gate right here. And he said, "What do you think of my gate?" And I said, without thinking, "Well, you know I don't like it because I'm a horseman, and this would poke a hole in a horse." And I said, "And my dogs, it's gonna poke their eyes out." And then he said, "Oh, I was really proud of that gate. It was all I had left. I didn't have any more left." And he said, "So I came up with this for a gate because I didn't want to have to buy one." And I a million times have said, I'm gonna laugh so I won't cry, but I wished I hadn't have said it. So be really careful what you say, because it might be the last thing you say. I love you, bye. Dang it. Right when I started my video, I looked up and there were 6 deer. I counted them. Ran down here. And I didn't get my camera up in time. And they're the babies from last year. They're grown. They're huge. But they all ran back here in these woods. That's as far as I got today. And that's all the back I've got. But I got a good start on it anyway.